the one y'all. You ready for this war and to become an officer?
Come.
When that shit drop, you step all the way on they
Step
neck,
up.
on they neck and they head with
Come.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy.
All right, so look, every week, man, we do a food drive. We come out here, we feed the people, man. ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? We do this because the Lord sent the men of the Lord to feed his people. You understand? You can read about it all throughout the Bible, man. The Lord said to feed his sheep. And that's what we in the ISUPK, we do. You understand? All of these people come out, they get out of church, you know what I'm saying, after learning about they false God, after learning about a white Jesus, they come here and they get the food from the priest of the Lord, the real priest of the Lord. You understand? And that's what we do in the ISUPK. Shalom. Hey, shalom. Y'all Shem Yahshua thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Thud by Shem Yahshua to all the sisters. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. I am priest and officer ITAZAB of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And in this class, we study to learn the Hebrew language, the ancient Hebrew language, the language that our forefathers spoke. You understand? From Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. You understand? To the 12 tribes of Israel. This is the language that we spoke. It's the language that we speak in the ISUPK. You understand? The ancient biblical Hebrew. So if you're in this class, you understand, feel free to ask any questions that you have concerning the Hebrew. Feel free to also jump in live with us. All right, I will be putting the StreamYard link in the chat. Just give me 1 second. Boom. So now the StreamYard link is in the chat. So if you see that link, you can click the link and jump straight in. Okay. Also, I'm about to put the link to sign in for class. All right. So if you need credits, you know what I'm saying, towards getting your name, your Hebrew name, you want to fill out the sign-in sheet. Just give me 1 second, and I'll put the sign-in sheet in the chat as well. In the meantime, get your questions together. We're going to be going to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. All right, so the link is in the chat right now. Click the link to sign in. Also click the StreamYard link to jump in live with us. All right. All right, so let's get it. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy. Hold on, let me get this one. Hopefully y'all can see that. It looks kind of small on my screen. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. All right, so this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. All right. Now, first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna read it in the Hebrew, and then we're gonna read it in English. All right, so right now I have the English up, but in order to get the Hebrew, I'm gonna do is click here. Gotta go to the WLC. All right. So now we have the Hebrew language up. All right, I'm going to read it. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1 in Hebrew. Wa haya shamai, so like a shamawai, da shamai, ba kwawa, wa haya, it's like a Yahweh, so like it, Alahayaka, la shamar, la aishawath, ath, call, ma tazawath yawa, ashar, anakia, matazawak, ha yawam, wa nathanka, ya, or it's like Yahweh, Alahayaka, al yawan, al call, bawa yaya, ha arataza. All right, so if you've been in class, you understand some of these words may have sounded familiar to you. You mean we go over a lot of these words, such as Hayawam, which is the day, right? So in learning Hebrew, the more you learn, the more language or the more vocabulary words you attain in the Hebrew language, the easier it'll get to understand the language or read the language. All right. So of course we read a few words in here. Of course we know the Most High's name, Yahweh, in Hebrew. Let's see another one we might know. Haya. All right. Haya is to be. All right. I'll. So there's a lot of words that we already know. So let's go take a look at it in the English, King James. All right. So it says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Okay, and that's what we just read in Hebrew. So again, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask your questions. I'm going to break it down in the Hebrew and do a comparison. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28:1, right? All right, so when we're in the Blue Letter Bible, and I'm just showing you guys how you can use the Blue Letter Bible. Open up blueletterbible.org. You go to your verse you want and you click on it. It'll open up something like this. This is what's called the interlinear. See the tab right here, interlinear. All right. It's going to give you what they call the Masoretic text. It's going to show you in Hebrew, and then it'll highlight each word alongside its verse or its word. It'll highlight the Hebrew word with the actual English word that's with it. All right. So the first word we have is Yahweh, or so like Wa Haya, which of course we know again is to be, right? But here's the text that it shows, and it shall come to pass. So it will be, you know what I'm saying? Wa Haya, Wa is this letter right here represents and. It's a preposition word. All right, Wa is a preposition word meaning and Haya is the root word meaning to be, and to be, or and it will be, or and it shall come to pass. You get it? That's Strong's number 8, 1961. Is a word, what they call an adverb, or if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's an adverb. Hold on one second. Let's go to it. particle, right? It's a particle. So if is a particle, you'll see that a lot of times. All right, it's a I and a ma, not to be confused with ama, which is mother, right? Ama is mother in Hebrew. This is all right, and of course, context will tell you if this is or ama, because if it's saying mother, then you'll see other words around it indicating that this is a conversation about, with, or to a mother, right? But this is saying if thou shalt hearken, which is da shamai. All right. And up here we have wahaya shamawai. Right. Why? Because this is a if I'm not mistaken, present tense. Right. This is a present tense word. This is a what's called a conjugated verb. All right. So you see shamawai. The root word is shamai, and you put a wa in the middle of the ma and the I. It's conjugated. All right. So if you will listen, shamawai, but right here it says da shamawai. In the text it says shamawai. It's like it. You understand? If you go to Strong's H8085, it'll tell you it means to hear or listen, hearken. Okay. Dashamai, Shamawai, okay, which is the same word, just telling you to listen diligently. It's kind of like, it's funny. It's like, you ever heard somebody say, like they repeat a word twice to implicate the seriousness of it. Like, oh, you studying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you listening. That's what you know what I'm saying? That's what you see right here. Dashamai Shamawai. You listening. If you will listen, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that's right here. Wa Yahweh Shamawai Dashamai. All right. Listen. If you will listen. All right. And that's where it is. Ba Kwawal. The root word, the preposition here is ba, which is in or unto. All right. In or unto is the same preposition. All right. And then kwawal is this word here. Strong's number is H6963. All right. Let's take a look at it. H6963, kwawal, which is a masculine noun. This noun means voice, sound, noise, kwawal. All right, so anytime you hear the word kwawal, you know that it means sound or voice. All right. If you want to say listen to my voice or listen unto my voice, you could say Shemai ba kwawal ya. Shemai ba Salaki. Shemai ba kwawal ya. Shemai ba kwawal ya. All right, which would be listen to my voice, or listen unto my voice, or listen in my voice. You understand? Shemai ba kwawal ya. All right. Or if I want to say listen to your voice, Shemai ba kwawal ka. Shalom, Andrew Dean, Baltimore, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lord be with y'all out there in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Maryland. All right. If you got any questions, again, put them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer the questions. Right now, we're in Deuteronomy chapter 28, reading through verse 1. All right. The next word we have is Yahweh, which is the Most High's name. Right? Here it is. All caps LORD, which means this is the replacement for the Most High's name in the King James Bible. All right. But this is the actual translation from the Hebrew. This is what the name is in Hebrew. H3068. All right, we can go to it. All right, here you'll see it's first off, it says proper noun with reference to deity. All right, what does this mean? This means that a proper noun is a name, right? A proper noun is the name of something. For instance, a noun could be mother, right? But a proper noun is that mother's name. You understand? So we have Yahweh. King James translates Strong's H3068 in the following manner: Lord, which is found 6,510 times throughout the Bible. This is capital Lord, capital God 4 times, Jehovah 4 times, and variant once. You understand? So this is the Most High's name. All right, not little Lord, not capital L, little ORD, but all caps LORD in the Bible, all caps God in the Bible. You understand? Even all caps Jehovah in the Bible. It all translates back to the Most High's name. Let's go to Hayah, because a lot of times people believe that the Most High's name is Hayah. I remember the Yahweh word is found over 3,500 times in the Bible, referring to the Lord, right? The Most High. The other words, I mean, look, it never even says that it's translated into the Most High's name ever. But a lot of people will say that Hayah is the Most High's name. Well, the Hayah is not the Most High's name. You understand? And that's evident. Why every time you see the word Yahweh, it's referred to Lord, God, Most High. You know what I'm saying? And Hayah isn't referred in that way ever. All right. It says was, come to pass, came, has been, where happened, become, pertain, better for thee. Listen, we know the Most High's name. It's not a secret to us. You understand? Unfortunately, due to Christianity and copycats, there's a whole world full of people who believe that the Most High's name is Hayah or something weird like that. You understand? When it's right there, plain and simple in the Bible. Oh, I'm sorry, not 3,500, 6,500 times in the Bible. Over 6,500 times in the Bible. All right. And Hayah is never referenced, or the Most High's never named. Most High's name is never referenced as Hayah. Okay, ever. All right, so let's get back to it. Let me see if I got any questions. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So where were we? Allahayaka. All right. Allahayaka. The root word is Allahayam, which means God or powers. You understand? What does Allahayaka mean? Allahayaka. The ka makes it. The ka is a possessive adjective which makes it belong to someone, right? So now instead of just God or power, it's now your God, because ka is a preposition, is a proper is a possessive noun, which means you. All right. So this ka makes Allahayam become Allahayaka, which is your God, i.e., thy God. Shamar, which means to watch or observe, H8104. Shamar is to observe. Not sure why they didn't put the and here, but to watch, and La Aisha Wath or La Aisha. Okay, La Aisha. Aisha is to do, is do. All right, which is a verb, primitive root, to do, make, rot, deal, commit, offer, execute, keep, show, prepare, work, do so, perform, get, dress, maker, maintain, miscellaneous. All right, so here it is: to do, fashion, accomplish, make. That is Aisha. So La Aisha is to do. So like, yeah, lost my place. All right, La Aisha Wath, to do. Call, which is all, right here. H3605. Call. Ma Tazawath Ya. It's like it. Ma Tazawath Yawa. All right. Ma Tazawa is commandments. H4687. Ma Tazawath Yawa is his commandments. All right. The wa makes it his. The ya makes it plural. Okay, so now we put ya and wa together. This is his commandments. Matazawa is commandment singular. Matazawath yawa is his commandments. All right. Ashar, which. Anakia, I. This is a subject pronoun. Anakia, which means I. Matazawa, oh, it's like a Matazawak, or Matazawaka, Salakia. All right, Matazawakia. So I'm tripping. Matazawaka, Salakia. Slip of the tongue. Matazawaka is command, right? Tazawa is the root word, which means command. This is Ma Tazawaka, which means command thee. All right. Tazawa is a command. Here we'll go to it. All right. To command, charge, give orders, lay charge, give charge to, or order. Basically giving a command. I'm commanding you to do this. All right, so Ma Tazawaka is command you. I pray everybody understands. So to order someone is Ma Tazawaka. So like you. All right, next is Ha Yawam. Ha is the. Yawam is day. This day. To be specific, Ha Yawam. Yawam is a root word. Ha is a preposition. Ha Yawam is the day or this day. Okay. All right. Next we have Wa Nathanka. Wa Nathanka. All right. Wa Nathanka. As you can see, as I hover over it, two parts are highlighted. This and this. Why? Because this word goes together with, or this word right here in Hebrew represents this word and this word together, or these words together. All right. Wa Nathanka. All right, let's see what it means. Nathan means to give. We know that, right? Nathan, to give, put, set. All right. So in this instance, it's putting that together. Wa Nathan Ka. The only issue is with English, you have to write it this way. Like you have to write that the Lord thy God will set thee. But in Hebrew, you wouldn't have to put a different word. Like you wouldn't have to. It's hard to explain. So I wouldn't have to separate the way that it's set up. All right, I wouldn't have to set the that part all the way in front of the Lord thy God. I would just say, yeah, I would here. I'll read it to you. Where is it? Right here. All right. So ma tazawa or ma tazawaka, which is command thee, ha yawam this day, wa nathanka, right, which is and will give you, right. So that's what wa nathanka will means. It says and give you. The wa is a preposition which means what and nathan means to give. Ka is a possessive adjective, a possessive possessive adjective that means you. So I will give and give you the Most High's name, your God. So the Most High name, your God, will give you all your one. All right. So let's go back to it. And give you Yahweh Allahayaka Nathanka, which is the same word. It's not saying it twice in the sentence, but it's showing you that this is what that means. That's why it's connected. That's why you see these arrows here, because it's pointing down to let you know, hey, this word represents this down here. But in English, we have to write it out this way, even though it's said here. Right? It's written up here before the Most High or the Lord and thy God part. But in English, we're going to write it after the Lord thy God part. In English, it's the Lord thy God will set thee or will give thee. I pray everybody understands. Moving on. On high. Al your one. Al your one is on high. H5945. Right? Let's go to it. An adjective, masculine noun. All right. Adjective, high, upper. All right. Highest, most high. Look, they put name of God here. Well, we know that Al one is not the Most High's name, but it does mean Most High. We don't see Lord here. We don't find Lord anywhere where it says the KJV translates Strong's H5945 in the following manner. It never translates it as Lord or God. All right, but it does translate it as Most High, high, upper, higher, highest. You understand? It does translate it as that, and only 18, 9, 8, 4, and 1 times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the Most High's name, but they will say that's the name of God. All right. Now the name of God is the Most High. The name of God is the highest. You understand? It is higher. It's higher than any other name, which is why no one will name themselves Yahweh. Nobody in the ISUPK is named Yahweh unless it's Bun Yahweh or Yahweh Bun or something like that. I don't even know. That's not something we do. It's not our culture. But you do have other people with other cultures who do that. They will name themselves the Most High. All right. They will name themselves God, Son of God. That's ridiculous. We don't do that. All right. So Al one is not the Most High's name, but it is the Most High. If that makes sense. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Al, which is above. Call, which is all again. Goya, ya, Goya, ya. Now we know it's like it. We know that Goya is nations, right? Goya is nations. This is Goya. This is what people translate as Goy, which is Yiddish. It's not Hebrew. So you don't pronounce this word as Goy. Why? There are no O sounds. All right. There are only ah sounds and an I sound. No O sounds. So you will never find shalom. You'll never find Goy in the Hebrew. All right. But Goya is nations. All right. Goya, which means the my nations, I would think. I don't know why it doesn't translate it that way. Let's go back to it. Called Goya, You understand? I'm not really sure why there's a second ya there, honestly. You understand? I'll probably ask that question later. I'm not really sure about that. But I do know that Goya is nations. Okay. Or actually, Goya is nation. Maybe the Goya is nations. Let's go to it. Goya. Right. Nation. There it is. So it's just one. It's like singular nation. You understand? People. But Goya translates to nations, plural. Or you could say Goyam. Goyam is also nations, plural. So I'm not really sure why they chose to use a ya instead of a ma here. But Goya or Goyam is nations. Goya, according to this verse right here, is also nations. No sweat. Ha arataza. We know that ha again is a preposition meaning the, and arataza means earth. Strong's 8776, arataza. All right, which also translates to Aries. This is I believe it's a Greek word, Aries. Not really sure if that's the same Aries. I'll probably look into that. But however, arataza means earth. All right, with land, earth, country, ground, world, way, common, field, nations, wilderness. All right, land or earth is arataza. Ha arataza is the earth. And while we're doing that, let me play something real quick. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Again, ask your questions here online. You can join the StreamYard if you would like. It just makes it more interactive for you. So it's a little better. Okay. Right.
What's going on, fam? Commander General Yohana here, Isupk. If you ever wanted to know whether or not the Lord is real and the Bible is real, you got a good indication of it today. An earthquake took place in New Jersey, a 4.8, I think it was, on the Richter scale. Earthquakes have been around for many, many years. But what a lot of people don't know is that earthquakes are part of the Lord's warning system to what he's about to do, and in some cases, what he's actually doing. Let me read something to you right quick. This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and earthquake. Those earthquakes are the warning signs of times to come. The Lord wants you to disconnect from this world and put your spirit into his world to prepare for the kingdom that's coming next, which is going to be ruled by black people. Let me read on. And great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. This is how this place is all going to be destroyed. This world you living in will not last forever. It will be burned up and destroyed. Why? Because the Lord's will is that Christ's kingdom be set up. 7th verse. And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel. Ariel represents Jerusalem. The word is an old Hebrew translation of a pillar or a stronghold. And it represents Jerusalem because that's the stronghold of the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. Even all that fight against them, many nations have fought against us, enslaved us, drugged us up. They rob and pillage us to this day, even all the 12 tribes. They look at what they're doing right now to the tribe of Levi, known as the Haitians. They're taking over that land. They're blocking them from increasing wages. They want Haiti because they know that they're going to get into a conflict with China. Haiti has one of the biggest populations in the Caribbean. So they want to stop Haiti from advancing so they could use that labor when China begins to cut America and the other Western countries off. That's just one example. It also goes on in the Caribbean, and forget about our brothers and sisters right here of the tribe of Judah in America and all that we've gone through in this side of the world as well, on this whole side, Central, South America, and further. All of them have fought against us in one way or another. Don't believe because you don't see wars every single place that they are not wars. Most wars are economic wars today. Most wars are not fought with weapons. They're fought with economics, and they destroy nations and wipe out kingdoms and change regimes with economics. But those will spill into full-fledged wars. So take heed when you see these earthquakes. Let me give you a little bit more. With munition and distress her shall be as a dream of a night vision, meaning like you have a dream and you wake up and the dream is gone. That's what it's going to be like. It shall even be as when a hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Meaning they've all fought against. This is what this 8th verse is breaking down to you. These nations have fought and destroyed black people, destroyed West Indians, destroyed all of our Latino brothers in the Caribbean, in North, Central, and South America. And it appears as though they are living deliciously. You go to their malls and you see them eating good and living good, while other people starve to death in the Caribbean, in Central, South America, and right here in America. Go to Mississippi, Alabama, many cities, some even in the North. People are struggling every day to eat while others are eating deliciously. But the Lord said it'll be just like a dream, like a man eateth, and then he wake up and he find out he's still hungry. That's what's going to happen to the nations that are eating right now. They're going to be destroyed with earthquakes, and then it'll be like like they never had a meal. Okay, because everything they have will be gone. Let me read. But he awaketh and his soul is empty, or as when a man, or as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh. Right, that's what America has done. It dreamt this up. It raised up its weapons. It made itself great, and it's drinking and having a good time. But he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul hath appetite. Meaning he's faint now. Now he was doing great, but now he's got nothing. This is what's going to happen in this earth. And his soul hath appetite. So shall the multitude of the nations be that fight against the Mount Zion. They're going to be like a nation that is great and has fallen. What does that mean for you? That means that you and I have to turn to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. We have to adopt a new moral code. We have to change how we operate, change how we raise our children, change how we educate ourselves, change our economic ways of living and surviving, change what is important to us, get off the drugs. We have to make a whole new. And that's what we do in the Israelite School of UPK. Y'all take care. I hope you and yours as well, all over this planet. Shalom.
So lucky. All right, so while we back from the commercial break, let's get back into verse 2. So, verse 2, Deuteronomy 28:2. Wa ba'awa al yaka kal ha barakwa ha alaha waha sayad waha sayaka kaya dasamai ba kawal Yahweh alahayaka. All right. So what do we read? And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. All right. So very similar. A lot of the words that we just read in verse 1, reiterated here. Wa ba'awa. Ba'awa. We go to it. H9-5. Ba'awa is the root word, which means to go in, enter, come, go, come in. Right? Ba'awa means to enter. Okay? That, and as you see, that same arrow pointing down. Why? Because this is the first word in the sentence, but it's not how it's written in the English. So if you drop down, we'll see, and shall come. Right? Here's your ba'awa, shall come, or enter. So, wa ba'awa means and shall come. The wa is the preposition meaning and the ba'awa is the root word. So likely not ba'awa. Ba'awa is the root word. In this form, it's wa ba'awa. Right? All, which is called ha Allah. You see. All right. So I believe this is all ha, because all, which would be H411, that, right? All is these or those, okay, which is a particle word. These or those, all, and all ha, I believe, is which is these as well. I believe the ha, of course, when you put ha on things, it makes it like her, like, you know, feminine. Ha is a possessive pronoun, which means her. However, it can also be used for things that are technically like a car, right? Let's say like a car. A lot of people name cars. They give feminine names to cars, right? As if the car is in itself a female, which we know it's not. Sometimes the Most High refers to his people as a bride, right? Even though we make the nation is made up of men and women, right? Not just women, but it can be referred to as a woman because it's something that you possess, that you own. So in other words, a ha is used in a what do they call it? Subservient. It's subservient. That ha. All right. So sometimes you call it feminine. Sometimes you have to call it subservient because not everything that is subservient is technically feminine. Okay. That's just my take. I could be wrong. You understand? So I'll definitely go and ask, but I believe that's what that is. Being that the root word of it is all, which is also these or those. So I don't know if I would pronounce it Allah because I know that Allah means God or power. So yeah, I would pronounce that all ha. And I'll get the breakdown. I'll ask about it this week and come back with it next week. Yeah. All right, so let's go back. call all her. Barakwa. Now, Barakah is, well, Barak is blessed, right? You know that Barak is blessed. There's the root word for right there. Barakah is blessing, right? So Barakah is blessing. And Ha Barakwa, blessings, right? Good. Wa, wa, right? That's our wa, ba, wa again. Al yaka. Al meaning on or over. Yaka is you. Good. Al yaka. Yaka makes it a plural pronoun. Al yaka. Waha sayaga, or it says Waha sayaka, right? Waha sayaka. Nashag is the root word. What does this root word mean? Nashag, a verb, which means to overtake, hold, get, obtain, right? To reach, overtake, take hold upon. All right, so sharag is to take hold or possess, which is another way to put it. All right, overtake. Waha shayag ka. And and overtake thee. Waha shayag ka. Right? Waha shayag ka. And overtake thee. Which is what the wa is. Wa is and. Ka is thee. All right? Kaya, if, H3588, Kaya, Tashamai, right? Which is to listen. Once again, Shamai is the root word, to listen or hear. Tashamai is thou shalt listen, hear, or thou shalt listen. Let's see. Ba Kowal, which is unto the voice, or in the voice. Kowal, which is the word we saw in verse 1, 86963. Ba Kowal, Yahweh, the Most High's name, which is why it's over 6,500 times we find this Lord. Allahayaka, to thy God. Allahayam, skies or powers. Allahayaka is your God, or thy God. It's 430. Let's see if we have any questions so far. We got Sharai Yaquar in the building. Salam, your house Martha Bashir outside. Yaquar taking in from Fort Worth, Texas. Islam, sister wife for taking in. All right. Are there any questions so far? We have any questions in the room? In the class? If not, I'm going to go straight to verse 3. And I think that's going to be all that I can get into today. So, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 3. We'll read in Hebrew. Barawak, Asa, Ba'ayar, Wa, Barawak, Asa, Ba'asada. Alright? So, what we read was, blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Break it down. Barawak is blessed. Right? Barawak, blessed. Atha is thou or you. You know that one because we always say Barak Atha. which is bless you. Bless you by your eye, which is like a by ayar, which is in. Ba is in. Ayar is city. It's one of our vocab words that we learned not too long ago. Ayar, city. Wa barawak and blessed. Ata, you. Ba sada, in the field. In field. Okay. Sada. Sada. So like ba sada. Right? Sada. Field. Country. Soil. All right. So that's blessed. Baradat. So Barawak. Ata, which is blessed you in the city, Ba'ayar, right? But Barawak, Ata, Ba'ayar, blessed you in the city, Wa Barawak, Ata, Ba'ashada, and blessed you in the field. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you see these words here with the brackets on the outside of them. You understand why? Because you can look at these as filler words, right? Like even when I just broke it down and only used the words that we were translating, it makes sense, right? Bless you in the field, bless you in the city, right? Because that's how Hebrew is spoken. You know, we don't have to use all these filler words like shout and be. Blessed you're going to be in the city. Blessed you're going to be in the field. You don't have to do that. It just bless you in the field. Bless you in the city. All right? Simple as that. So let's go to the next verse. We'll do this. These are pretty short verses, so I got a little bit of time. All right. Barawak. The rod, or it's like a Barawak. Garya. So let me read the Barawak. Garya. Ba Tanat. Wa Parya. Wa Parya Abba Adam. Salaki. Wa Parya Adam Taka or Adamaka. Why Adamaka? Salaki. Wa Parya Adamaka. Wa Parya Ba Hamaka. Shagar Alapyaka. Wa Aishaf Lawak. I Anak. Okay. So Barawak is blessed again. Parya is fruit. 8659. Let's just go to it real quick. We can get this one. Parya, masculine noun, fruit. Fruitful. Okay. Reward. Of course, fruit can also mean actual produce, but it can also mean like a reward. You know what I'm saying? What do you get from something? How is it fruitful? Everybody know a good tree by the fruit it bears. That's a parable. That's a you can call it a double entendre. You can call it a metaphor. You understand? But it's twofold, right? Because of course, in reality, you really can tell a tree. You can tell if a tree is good by the fruit it actually bears. If there's bad fruit coming from that tree, the tree is no good. It's probably poison, or it's sick, a sick tree, or so on and so forth. But it can also mean this, that you are a tree, and the things that you produce, if they're not good things, then you're a bad tree. Understand? Like, who invented cars that emit CO2 and things like that into the air and make it hard to breathe? You understand? Now, at the same time, a car is very good for you because it can get you around. You used to have to use horses. Now, horses didn't emit CO2, but they didn't go as fast as cars. So, you know what I mean? But who invented guns? Now, a gun is an effective weapon to use if you're going to war, and it's easier to win battles with. But, you know, look at all the bad things that people can do with guns. You understand? You don't have to be close to your enemy to fight him with the gun. You can. It's like snipers. Who invented the damn sniper gun? You know what I mean? You'd be somewhere hundreds of miles away, and you can just snipe your enemy. He'll never see you. He'll never have a chance to fight you back because you're 1,000 miles away, or you know, a few hundred yards away, and you just snipe him from a distance. He'll never see you. Never see it coming. You know what I mean? Like that's not fair. It's not fair battle. When you used to have to fight with swords, it's face-to-face combat. You understand? You used to fight with bare hands sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's fist-to-fist combat. Now they made it to where you can stand yards and hundreds of yards away and pick off your enemies one by one. They'll never see you. Okay. But you know a good fruit from the fruited. Wow. You know a good tree from the fruited berry. I got a little tongue twister there. So let's go back. This is a good word to remember. I mean, if you want to know the name of the fruits, parya. Kind of reminds me of the word pear. Probably where it's come from. If you don't believe me, a lot of Hebrew words are where the words that we know today come from. Parya, which is fruit. Ba tanak, or ba tanika, which is your body, right? But tan is body, ka means your. It's 990. Belly, womb, body. Okay? Batan is body. Batanka is your body. Batanya is my body. Batanya. Batanka is your body. Batanka is your body. Waparya, right? And fruit. Adamaka, right? Adamah, right here is the root word, which means what? 8127, ground, land, right? Adamah. Adamah is ground. Adamaka is the thy ground, your ground. It's the ka in Adamah. Adamaka, your ground. Okay? So fruit and fruit, your ground, and fruit, Bahamaka. Bahama is the root word, which means cattle, beast, animal. Okay, and the fruit of your cattle. Right? Bahamaka, which is your Bahamaka means your cattle. Shagar, feminine noun, offspring, increase. Right? Your young or offspring of breast. This word here means your children. or your cattle children, if that's the context that we're speaking. And the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind. What is the increase of thy kind? The kind is another animal. Yeah, cattle, oxen. Right? It can also mean family. In one instance, kind is family. Right? Increase of that kind. So the offspring of your cattle, right? Like the calf, right? And the flock of thy sheep. Why Aisha? Why Aishatar? Why? Why Aishatar? Why? Aishatar? Why? It's a root word. 86251. Let's see. Maybe what I do. Aishatarwa or Aishatarwa is you, flock, increase, young. So, flock. The flocks go Taza Anka. Right? Taza An is the root. Taza Anka is the inflicted version. Taza Anka. Taza An, which is Taza An is 86629, which means small cattle, sheep, and goats. Flocks. Okay, so in this instance, it's talking about sheep. Taza Anka is your sheep, right? Thy sheep. So the flocks of thy sheep. Okay, so there we have it. All right, Barawak, Parya, Batanka, Waparya, Adamaka, Waparya, Ba Hamaka, Sagar, Alapyaka, Wa Aishatarwa, Taza Anka. Pray you all understand. So listen, the Blue Letter Bible is an excellent tool to use when you're reading Hebrew. Why? Because it's going to break it down to you, show you what this word means, what's it made of, you know what I'm saying, what it consists of, what type of word it is, such as nouns, adjectives, verbs, proverbs, pronouns, so on and so forth. You understand? Now, you can use this Blue Letter Bible tool when you're reading the Hebrew and it's not tomorrow for the Sabbath service. I know a lot of times you might be trying to figure out, like we just did today, what letters are connected. Because of course, in the Assyrian Hebrew, there are no connectors to tell you which characters are connected. So you don't really know how to pronounce it without knowing that. But as a good practice to get familiar with which characters go together in words, if you're reading in the Hebrew, if you're reading in the Tanakh, and reading in the Syrian, you can go to the Blue Letter Bible, look up that word, and see how it's broken down. You understand? You see what it means. A lot of times those words have prepositions on them, or they'll have a possessive adjective on it. You'll know just by going to the actual root word. And once you see the root word, then you'll see, okay, well, this word doesn't come with the ba in the beginning, or it doesn't come with the ka at the end. So it can't be connected to the ka because I know that the ka is a possessive adjective at the end, which is always separate. Or I know that the ba in the beginning is the preposition, which is always separate in the beginning. Okay, so that can eliminate, the confusion about how this word is put together, just by going to the root of the word. Then once you find the meaning of the word, you'll know exactly what it means and how it's put together. And as far as putting the words within the characters within the root word goes, you just kind of got to get more familiar with Hebrew words and which words are connected and which words aren't. Sometimes it'll just sound like it's not Hebrew to you. You know what I'm saying? You'll read a word and you'll put it together a certain way. It's like, that does not sound Hebrew. But you'll only get that after learning so much about Hebrew. After reading Hebrew so many times, after hearing so many Hebrew words, you'll finally understand, like, nah, that doesn't sound Hebrew. And you'll find a way to pronounce it that sounds Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound Yiddish, like Goy, or Shalom, or Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Those do not sound Hebrew to me. All right, but for today, man, it's my time. I'm going to definitely tune in next week for another class. Come with your questions. I'll figure out why Goy Yah has 2 Yahs instead of a Yah and a Ma. But that's next week. Goya is just nation. So like, Goya is one nation. Okay, Goya Yah or Goyam is multiple nations. Okay, so I'll have more on that next week. Tune in tomorrow for the Sabbath service held by Isupk Miami. With that, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, B'Rachatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shem Yahshua to all the sisters. Dig, and just like that, we'll play this commercial for y'all. See y'all at the Passover, Durham, North Carolina, April 20th. Shalom.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yohana is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Captains on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders can't give a